start this highlight off early in the second quarter with Mineola down 9-13. Sabria Dean pushes up court after a steal. She finds Cindy Butler as she knocks down this tray. On the ensuing possession, Alba-Golden works against Mineola's half-court zone, finding Sammy Ramsell as she knocks down the deep two. Later in the quarter, Tiara Stevens is able to swing it over to Vanessa Spurgeon, and she hits this three. Now you may have thought Spurgeon was done, but here she gets another driving layup to go, creating a 5-0 run on her own. In the intro, I talked about how great Mineola's defense has been, and here's a display of it as Megan Brewington gets a steal and drives coast to coast. She misses the layup, but Sabria Dean's there for the tip-in. As the second quarter comes to a close and Alba-Golden is unable to hit this half-court shot, Mineola leads 23-15 going into the half. As the second half gets underway, Cindy Butler is able to pass it over to Josiah Riley. She drives, stops, and drops this bank shot for two. Later in the second quarter, Grace Bazell has the ball stolen away by Sabria Dean, and she goes up for this layup. The Mineola defense is swarming as Sabria Dean gets another steal here. She drives in for another layup, but she's fouled on the play. Dean misses the free throw, but she continues to make her presence felt as she gets another steal and another layup. And with that layup, Mineola goes up by 13. With Alba-Golden desperately needing a score, the ball is almost stolen away, but then they're able to get it to Kenzie Chadwick, and she hits this elbow jumper. And while that score temporarily stopped the bleeding for Alba-Golden, Dean was able to find Kelsey Brewington for another layup. Later in the third quarter, Ashlyn Rogers finds Chadwick again, and she hits again. After a missed shot by Mineola, they try to push it up, but Sabria Dean steals the ball again and gets a great pass off to Josiah Riley as she scores. Mineola continues to keep the pressure on as Josiah Riley steals the ball from Rogers again, and she goes in for an easy layup. With Alba-Golden now down by 15, Dean drives and kicks it over to Tiara Stevens as she gets her first basket to go. As Alba-Golden tries to keep pace, they get it to the only player that seems to score in the third quarter as Kenzie Chadwick gets that layup to fall. Mineola still working against the zone. Tiara Stevens kicks it over to Brewington. Megan hits this three. And if you've seen this Mineola team play this year, if they hit one three, they'll probably hit another as Brewington hits back-to-back threes. As the third quarter is closing out, Grace Bazell misses this layup. Dean is able to get the rebound. She pushes it up court. She finds Black, but Black misses the layup as time expires. Mineola takes a 42-23 lead into the fourth quarter. Now, as the fourth quarter gets underway, Mineola kicks it into Stevens. She kicks it over to Riley, and she hits that jump shot. Later on an Alba-Golden possession, Jeannie Carson kicks it over to Grace Bazell, and she gets this right-handed layup to fall. After Bazell misses this three, Jeannie Carson gets on the offensive glass, gets the rebound, and puts it back in. With Alba-Golden down by 17, they go into their full-court press, but Dean is able to find Brewington as she gets that layup to fall. Later in the quarter, Sammy Ramsell gets a steal and drives all the way for a layup. Grace Bazell gets back into the action for Alba-Golden as she knocks down this corner three. And just as she did moments ago, Sammy Ramsell pushes up court. She gets the layup to fall plus the foul. However, that wouldn't be enough as Mineola would continue to score and run out the clock as they go on to win this game 49-36.